reclaim our stories and stand up to the systems that blamed us, silenced us, and ignored us. We wear denim to say we believe survivors, all survivors.
You didn't do anything to deserve the experience that somebody else forced on you. And don't hold it for years and decades. Get some therapy, tell somebody, go to Peace Over Violence, and talk about what you experienced. And talk about how we can make change. And support others that have had the experience.
The County of LA declared Denim Day in the county, and the city's Denim Day in the city. LAUSD has declared Denim Day throughout the district, so it's a really important day for LA to pay attention, and hopefully people will learn more about what causes sexual violence and how to prevent it.
The LA wildfires were another blow to those working in the film industry. Councilmember Adrien Nazarian welcomed industry workers to City Hall as the council approved his motion to make filming in LA more affordable.
We're in front of City Hall right now. We just took a unanimous vote of a motion that I introduced with several of my colleagues to make sure that we help protect filming in Los Angeles.
Production has really dried up. We actually have members who haven't worked in almost 2 years. 2 years, think about that. They've exhausted their unemployment. They've run out of health care. They don't really have money to pay bills, buy food, just do the normal everyday stuff to survive. So that's why this was really critical for us to be here and support.
I think about the downtown ecosystem when I think about this problem because we've seen shuttered businesses, we have empty storefronts, we have less foot traffic on our streets. Why not use this moment to increase production in parts of our city that also need that economic boost?
This was a first step to making sure that we look at how we can reduce permitting costs, how we can reduce parking to personnel usage and other permitting fees in order to make sure that we're lowering costs on all fronts and that filmmakers are motivated to continue filming and making films in Los Angeles.
Those of us that come here from other states and other cities, we come here because this is the Mecca. This is the place where all of the magic happens. And the idea that in the last 4 or 5 years, it's really hard to get a job in the city.
This was a first good step to make sure that we let entertainment industry know that Los Angeles is listening, cares, and wants to take the right steps to make sure that we protect and preserve and grow this industry back again in Los Angeles.
The old zoo area in Griffith Park is giving way to something new. Councilmember Nithya Raman and the Department of Recreation and Parks joined community members to break ground on what will be a new space for the performing arts.
We're in Griffith Park at the site of the old zoo, where we just broke ground on a new performing arts center that's going to be located right here. It is the site of years of performances of the Independent Shakespeare Company. Once this performing arts center is built, we're going to host Shakespeare and so much more art in the beauty of Griffith Park.
Over the last 14 years, we've had to build a temporary platform there. We're on a slope right now. It's kind of difficult to build at, so it can never really be that big or that high. So we had sightline problems with the audience. The sets couldn't be all that impressive. It's very hard to light from above. So this is going to have a much bigger stage, a tall overhead grid. The lighting, the sets, everything is going to look so much more impressive.
When you have art performed in nature, that it attracts families, young people in to enjoy it. Griffith Park in particular is such a beautiful gem here in the city of Los Angeles, and to have the ability to showcase art here, as is done in major parks across the world, this is something that Los Angeles is long overdue for.
One of the things that I think I would love to highlight just about this space is that it's seen so many different functions. It was the old zoo before the LA Zoo opened up. Then it became sort of a picnic area. It's still a space where we congregate, really getting those family moments together. These are places where people celebrate. You know, that's what we say about our parks. They're places where people recreate, but they're also where, you know, spaces where people celebrate.
People have been waiting for the groundbreaking of this theater for a very long time. Actually, my predecessor in this role, Tom LaBonge, first thought about doing this 14 years ago. For me, it's just been an honor to be able to move this project along and carry his dreams forward of making a permanent home for art right here in Griffith Park.
May is Wildfire Awareness Month. LA City Hall now has its own digital guide, and the Port of LA marks a decade of public access investment. These stories up next on City Beat.
In the wake of the LA wildfires, the city's emergency management department wants Angelenos to know that May is Wildfire Awareness Month. Wildfires are unplanned fires that burn in areas like forests, grasslands, and in places with dry brush or heavy vegetation. Depending on weather conditions, these dangerous fires can spread quickly and can devastate the natural landscape, along with neighborhoods and communities. The Emergency Management Department suggests preparing a personal and family communication plan that details how loved ones will communicate and reconnect in the event of a wildfire. Keep a list of your emergency contacts, set up group text in your phone, use social media to share your status, and practice the plan with your family. For more information, visit emergency.lacity.gov/newsletters. A free digital guide to Los Angeles City Hall, which allows users to explore the building's history, architecture, and legacy, is now available online. The guide was made by Project Restore, a nonprofit which uses public-private funding to support historic restorations and upkeep of LA landmarks and public spaces. According to Project Restore, the guide brings behind-the-scenes stories of LA City Hall to life with video, audio commentary, and curated content. Points of interest in the guide include ceiling murals, the Zodiac Medallion, Rotunda Floor and Dome, the Council Chambers, and Mayoral Portrait Gallery. Users can access the free digital guide to LA City Hall via desktop, mobile browser, and on the Bloomberg Connects app. For more information, visit projectrestorela.org/digital-guide. The Port of Los Angeles is celebrating 10 years of its public access investment plan, which puts 10% of its operating income back into the community. According to the Port, the plan links cargo success to community investment and involves greater public input into building projects. Since 2015, the Port has invested over $400 million into San Pedro and Wilmington Harbor communities through waterfront projects, initiatives, and education. Recently completed projects include Wilmington Waterfront, San Pedro Town Square, and road improvements for West Harbor, which is due to open in 2026. New planned public access projects will be announced by the Port later this year. For more information, see the News Release Archive tab at portoflosangeles.org/news.
The Festival of Books celebrates storytelling in all its forms, and every Angeleno has their own story to tell. The result is amazing tales, poetry, performance, and art happening beyond the pages.
We're at the Festival of Books. I'm here with the Department of Cultural Affairs. I'm working with the Community Arts Division and Outreach as an artist. I'm really excited. This piece that myself and the other artists with our division, we put together. The basis of it is that you're in Los Angeles, you're an Angeleno, you have a unique experience, perspective, and a story to share and tell. You know, we can be like neighbors or we can be clear across the city, but we all come together and it really tells like a beautiful story.
Well, I believe this event, it's great to not only bring the community together, but also to expose everybody to cultural differences and to enhance the knowledge of those experiences.
This Festival of Books is a wonderful place. We have mystery writers, we have nonfiction, we have poets, we have young adult literature. I teach high school students, and I teach poetry to my 11th graders. And there is nothing more compatible than young people and poetry.
Never really liked writing or poetry that much, and then he kind of just, my teacher with songs just kind of just got me into it. I started writing more poetry, and I started noticing more of the beauty in LA and in Compton and everything. And because of him, I keep writing. I keep writing like every day.
The Los Angeles Civil Rights Department is thrilled to be here, an incredible exhibition. Los Angeles is made up of the fabric of an incredible diversity of people, and every single person has a story to tell.
This festival is absolutely lovely. People are just having a great time. The energy is absolutely positive. The kids, adults, everyone is having a fun time. I mean, as an artist, that's all that matters to me, is that people are enjoying themselves and they're just loving the process of making something.
It was all hands-on at Expo Park. LA's Public Library and Los Angeles Maker Faire brought a super-sized science fair to the park for creators, innovators, and inventors to discover.
We have one of the biggest celebrations for STEM and makers here in the city of Los Angeles, right at the Expo Park South Lawn. And we have over 250 exhibitors here. You will find people exploring STEM as they're doing hands-on activities. But in the meantime, we also want people to have a chance to discover their own talent and interest in STEM. That's science, technology, engineering, art, and math.
So today I have for you the robotic dog in progress from the Cal State LA Robotic Dog Research Project. This is a dog that is meant to be a guide dog around the campus eventually, particularly for those with any mobility problems that might need help being led around the more complicated parts of the campus.
Today we're showcasing the PAPRA, which is a powered air purifying respirator. We developed during the COVID-19 pandemic to filter for antigens, but we've discovered so many more use cases for woodworking, for metal fabrication, wildfires.
You'll get to see these makers who's already turning the STEM skills, the STEM knowledge they have from ideas to something real, to all sorts of interesting, fun stuff.
So I make handmade products. I make these at my home. All of my products are eco-friendly and they are all reusable. I have these candles, and sometimes I put like these dried flowers around them. And this one's actually a lavender scent.
Anyone that has any sort of knack for invention, it's really important that those skills continue into the future to help the people around us. We're only going to progress as a society if we uplift each other. So projects like this that are meant to help is what's going to lead us into the future.
There's no better way for you to know what making is until you're here. Everyone has a maker in themselves. We want you to get inspired.
Who doesn't love a spring celebration? The LA Public Library at Vermont Square held a festival for the season, and it was one for generations of Angelenos to enjoy.
So we're at the Vermont Square Branch Library. We're at 48th and Budlong, and we're having our spring festival.
A lot of resources for the community to just come out, enjoy the spring break, because LAUSD is on spring break right now, so they've got some resources in here for the family.
I live right around the corner from the event, and my friend, she called me and she said, come to the park. So I came to the park.
And today we having a little Easter event, bring the community together, very nice,
It's right in people's backyards. It's like they're bringing the event to you, and it's a lot of really good programming, and I think it's a really nice thing to take advantage of it.
Everybody's welcome, and we just have a lot of fun stuff going on. We have a story walk here, carnival games. We have community members coming out and talking about different things that are available in the community, tabling. So yeah, just a little bit fun for everybody.
First color I want to sing about is azul. Oh, is that blue? Azul. Who has azul?
I think it's a great thing that the library does. You know, the Vermont Square Library, it's the oldest library in LA Public Library system. Just being able to have this space here and being able to use it in a productive manner, communities, families can come make art, they can sing and dance, you know, that sort of thing.
I just want to say how much we love our librarians here and how much we love this library. It makes this community a much better place, and just thank you to the Vermont Square Library.
Go ahead. I grew up here. I used to go to this library all the time. Yeah, I really love this library, but we moved away. But this is the library that I will return to if we move back over here, and I really love this library. It's very nice.
See if you can catch them before they fall.
Seeing all the kids that come into the library and the families and meeting new people that didn't really know the library was here, and then they come by and they say, oh, this is the library, and then we invite them in for other events, and it's just great to see old friends and meet new people.
A la iguana Pepa con su caminar, verde como las...
In this week's feature story, Stephen David Simon of the city's Department on Disability speaks with our Ann Police. He reveals the crucial work of the department, especially as the city gets ready for world visitors in the next couple of years.
Let's just start with the basics. What is considered a disability here in the city of Los Angeles?
Under the ADA, it's having a physical or mental impairment that impacts a major life activity. And a major life activity is hearing, seeing, talking, standing, learning, walking, bending over, your body working, your circulatory system, your respiratory system. It's really very broadly defined, and we try and support anybody with a disability. We have an ADA division that works mostly with other departments and to help them make their programs, activities, and facilities accessible. Everything from sign language interpreting to captioning and so on. We have the city's AIDS Coordinator's Office. They run the city's AIDS prevention and education programs, including the city's syringe exchanges and overdose prevention. The Durable Medical Equipment Program is something in our Community Outreach and Education division. It literally provides equipment for people with disabilities. We're trying to be a provider of last resort. So if somebody needs a wheelchair or a walker or a rollator, practical things people need on a day-to-day basis that it might take months for them to apply for state benefits or federal benefits, for example. We try and get those to Angelenos. In emergency situations, that whole world changes. My department is very invested in emergency preparedness, response, and recovery, and the fires really brought that out. So the DME program, temporarily, we provided hospital beds. We worked on emergency backup batteries for people who had equipment that might lose power or had lost power. And these were really life-saving endeavors. But we spent hundreds of hours in the Emergency Operations Center. We go into the shelters and make sure they're accessible and try and reach out directly to people with disabilities who are in that kind of space. So my team does extraordinary work.
How is our transportation as far as people with disabilities are concerned?
It's such a high need that it's a tough mandate to get there. So we've got LADOT and our bus systems, we've got Metro and the train system. The beauty is, for example, the trains are much newer than a New York or a Washington. And so we actually have a much more accessible rail route. Our buses are generally accessible, but it's important that we make sure, for example, all our drivers are trained. I have a colleague, I believe he lives in the city of West Hollywood, who has got cerebral palsy, and it's hard for him to board a bus. And he does not use a walker or a wheelchair. He doesn't like to, he can, he does sometimes. And he's gotten to a bus and asked for them to put the ramp down and been told, well, you don't have a wheelchair. We don't have to do that. I said, well, no. You actually have to do it for anybody that needs that ramp to access it. So sometimes it's education. Again, I think most of our drivers are well trained for city and county or city and metro. But a lot of it's just education. Transportation is huge.
And are the Olympics and the FIFA World Cup, are those things you look to and go, okay, this is our drop dead moment. We have to have X amount of things done by this time. We have to.
The games are going to have an extraordinary impact on Los Angeles. So the Olympics and Paralympics, the FIFA World Cup, they got a Super Bowl in between there. These already are becoming a driver to make sure accessibility is in place. And we're trying to work with that. The hitch is the scale it needs to be done on is truly extraordinary. But I got to actually travel to Rio for the Paralympics, which was a wonderful moment, and actually sit in on the conversations with the International Paralympic Committee and International Olympic Committee, and you're competing against other cities. You're trying to sell why your city is the best for the Olympics and Paralympics. But at the same time, you're also trying to figure out how the Olympics and Paralympics are going to really change the legacy of the city you're in. It's the legacy energy. And our legacy, we want accessibility to be one of those top 4 or 5 items, where this city will be physically more accessible, will be digitally more accessible, and the attitude and understanding of Angelenos about inclusion and accessibility will be greater than it's ever been.
In this week's Things to Do, let's salute recreation in Northridge Park, volunteer to help out in Runyon Canyon, and pay tribute to a Mexican icon at El Pueblo. All this up next on Things to Do.
The City of LA's Recreation and Parks Department and Councilmember John Lee present the annual Salute to Recreation Family Festival, and everyone is invited. Enjoy a host of activities at Northridge Park over the weekend of May 16th to 18th. The festival will have live entertainment, an international village, a marketplace, a children's area, carnival rides, and games. On Friday, there will be a Battle of the Bands contest for teens and a senior dance in the rec center. Over the weekend, there will be pickleball, youth volleyball, and soccer tournaments taking place. Head to Northridge Park to enjoy this Salute to Recreation Family Festival over the weekend of May 16th to 18th with various hours each day. See the full lineup at laparks.org/salute-recreation. The Sunset Fire left a lasting impact on Runyon Canyon Park. Now, Councilmember Nithya Raman and staff from the Department of Recreation and Parks invite Angelenos to an eco-centered volunteer day on Saturday, May 17th. Join with other volunteers to help restore this treasured nature space for future generations. At the event, volunteers will help out by removing invasive species, clearing brush to reduce fire hazards, and planting native vegetation to revitalize the ecosystem. Please RSVP to volunteer and meet at Fuller Gate to help at Runyon Canyon Volunteer Day on Saturday, May 17th at 9 a.m. For more information, visit cd4.lacity.gov/events. Join El Pueblo at the birthplace of Los Angeles to celebrate an icon of Mexican cinema and music on May 18th. With over 120 films to his name and 150 albums, Antonio Aguilar earned the title of Mexico's Horseman because he made Mexican charreria known around the world. Enjoy an afternoon of culture and community at Placita Dolores. This celebration of Aguilar, Dia del Charro, will include tamborazo performances and a traditional procession. Join El Pueblo to celebrate Antonio Aguilar at Dia del Charro on Sunday, May 18th, beginning at 11 a.m. and continuing until 5 p.m. For more information, visit elpueblo.lacity.gov/events. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this week. I'm Susan Huckle, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. Remember that you can watch us online anytime at lacityview.org. We're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.
The smell. What does it take to move a mountain that no one wants to climb? When they tell you there's no answer, how do you change the heart and mind? Can you face the road to freedom when the past is in your way? In the darkness of the night, the future may be hard to find, but I believe that there's a day. All it takes is one good day. All we need is one good day. And I will find one good day. 'Cause all it takes is one.
Good morning and welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Los Angeles City Council. Today is Tuesday, the 13th day of May in the year 2025. My name is Marquise Harris Dawson. I serve as chair of this council. Public comment for today's meeting will be taken in person in this chambers. Begin our proceedings by calling the roll. Mr. Clerk.
Yes, Mr. President. Blumenfield, Harris Dawson, Hernandez, Hutt, Jurado, Lee, McOsker, Nazarian, Padilla, Park, Price, Rahman, Rodriguez, Soto Martinez, Yaroslavsky. 14 members present and a quorum, Mr. President.
First order of business.
Approval of the minutes of May 9th, 2025.
Councilmember Jurado moves. Councilmember Soto Martinez seconds. What's next?
Combinatory resolutions for approval.
Councilmember Nazarian moves. Councilmember Price seconds. What's next?
Mr. President, today is Tuesday and it's time for the flag salute.
I'll ask everyone in the chamber and rise and follow along with Mr. Bob Blumenfield for the Pledge of Allegiance.
All right. If I could have everybody face the flag, place your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Mr. Clerk, let's run through today's agenda.
Yes, Mr. President. Items 1 through 3 are items noticed for public hearing. Items 4 through 15 are items for which public hearings have been held. The Personnel and Hiring Committee reports for items 4 and 5, and the Rules, Elections, and Intergovernmental Relations Committee reports for items 9, 10, and 11 have been submitted and posted online in the respective council files. Items 16 through 30 are items for which public hearings have not been held. 10 votes are required for consideration.
All right, without objection, those items are now before us. Specials members to the west. Specials, Mr. Blumenfield.
Yes, I'd like to call item 11 for comment.
All right. Councilmember Hutt.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to call item 27 and move forward adopting the Housing Department's report relative to the issuance of a supplemental tax exemption and multifamily conduit revenue note and execution of the related financing and regulatory document for the McDaniel House project located in CD10.
Is there a second to this motion?
Who's my second?
Councilmember Hernandez seconds.
Yes.
And Mr. Blumenfield.
Thank you.
All right. Councilmember Hernandez.
Thank you, Council President. I would like to call items 12 and 23 special for a separate vote. And I have comments for items 7 and 8. Can we take those two together, please?
We'll hold 7 and 8 for comments for Councilmember Hernandez. Councilmember Jurado.
Thank you, Council President. For item 1, I would like to move to approve the PCN application. And for item 18, I would like to move to note and file, please.
All right.
Councilman Jurado, are the seconds for items 1 and 18?
Can someone second it?
Second by Mr. Blumenfield.
Thank you.
All right. Seeing no others on my left, the west side, I'll go to the opposite side of the room. Any specials on this side? Can always count on Councilmember Price.
Yes, sir. And out of an abundance of caution, I am recusing myself from items 2 and 3 because my wife's employer has worked with an applicant on these items in the past.
All right, items 2 and 3 for recusal for Councilmember Price. Seeing no other specials, Mr. Clerk, what items are available for our consideration at this time?
Mr. President, the council may now vote on items 4, 5, and 6, 9, 10, and 13, 14, and 15.
All right, those items are now before us. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
All right, what's next?
The council may now vote on item 12, called special by Councilmember Hernandez for separate vote.
All right, item 12 is now before us. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
12 ayes, 2 noes.
Councilmember Jurado.
Recorded as a no vote. Thank you.
For the record, the vote would be 11 ayes and 3 noes.
All right, what's next?
The council may now consider items 7 and 8, called special by Councilmember Hernandez, for comments.
Councilmember Hernandez on items 7 and 8.
Thank you, Council President. Colleagues, I will try to be as fast as possible, but I have comments for both, and I combine them. Thank you, Council President and colleagues. Today, I rise to speak on items 7 and 8, which are related to two motions I introduced to help protect public health and advance environmental justice in land use and development across Los Angeles. Item 7 addresses a dangerous gap in how the city handles permitting and remediation on contaminated land, also known as brownfield sites. These often vacant properties previously used for industrial or commercial purposes may still contain hazardous substances in the soil or ground. Many of these sites are near homes, schools, and parks, particularly in working-class neighborhoods and communities of color that have long suffered from environmental injustice. Despite the risks, there are gaps in the city's permitting process that allow for unchecked development on these sites. The motion before you aims to close these gaps by calling for a formal clearance process in coordination with relevant county, state, and federal agencies, such as the Department of Toxic Substances, before issuing any permits. Updating city databases like ZEMAS to identify brownfield sites and making sure environmental reviews are triggered early on in the entitlement process. Assessing the city's role in remediating city-owned brownfield sites and recommendations to improve or streamline these efforts, including community engagement strategies. I want to thank my colleagues, Councilmember Price and Harris-Dawson, for seconding this motion. Item 8 addresses the redevelopment on and around oil wells. More than 5,000 active, idle, and abandoned wells are scattered across the city, putting over 1.7 million residents at risk from methane leaks, benzene exposures, and oil spills. This motion calls for a report with recommendations to improve the city's regulation of oil well redevelopment, including assessing current enforcement practices and identifying gaps, establishing land use and remediation standards for properties, proposing methane monitoring and reporting requirements, updating ZEMAS with advisory notices and safety information, implementing accountability measures for developers and property owners, and integrating community input into the redevelopment process. I want to thank my colleagues, Councilmember McCosker and Councilmember Blumenfield, for seconding this motion. I also want to thank all the community members and environmental justice advocates who have been relentless in their fight to undo the harms of the oil industry on our communities. For example, Stand LA, Esperanza Community Housing, Vista Hermosa Community Group, and the Lincoln Heights Coalition. These motions aim to protect Angelenos. These gaps are real and have a direct impact on those we serve. They manifest in the soil beneath proposed truck depot projects, in the air quality near school playgrounds, and in whether our constituents can trust that this body is doing its due diligence to protect the health and well-being of our families. Colleagues, I ask for your support on both of these motions. Thank you. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Hernandez. Seeing no other comments on these items, let's open up the roll on items 7 and 8. Let's close the roll, tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
All right, what's next?
Mr. President, the council may now consider item 11, called special by Councilmember Blumenfield, for comments.
Councilmember Blumenfield.
Is this on? Okay. I wanted to highlight this resolution in support of SB 279, which seeks to help cities like ours better deal with waste generated by organic material. By improving composting regulations, we can massively reduce heat. By tackling GHG emissions and getting to the goals set by the states, as they did through SB 1383, for example. Not only is composting better for the environment, and believe it or not, for example, 20% of the of California's methane emissions comes actually from our own landfills. But now with these heat waves, like we've experienced this weekend, it's more obvious that we have to do more. Methane gas is a potent GHG gas that is 84 times harsher for our planet than carbon dioxide. It's just another heat driver that we don't need. Working on the climate is not only the right thing for us to keep doing, but we need to make sure the state is helping us, cutting red tape and working with large players like LA, LAUSD, others, to cut those emissions. In my district, the intense heat is out of control. We experienced that this weekend. Let's do our part and support efforts like this bill to cut down our own emissions and keep LA cool. Supporting the passage of this bill will help Los Angeles so we won't be left holding the bag for statewide regulations. It gives us the structure and support we need to improve the rollout of our compost and waste programs. And when we work from a clear statewide playbook, it's not just good policy, it's smart governing. So colleagues, I urge your support of this motion, of this resolution supporting the Senate bill. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Blumenfield. Let's open the roll on this item, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
All right, what's next?
Mr. President, there's a request to send item 6 forthwith.
Without objection, that'll be the order. What's next?
The council may now proceed to public comment.
Let's prepare the meeting for public comment. Mr. City Attorney, Mr. Clerk.
To people providing public comment, when it's your turn to speak, please state which of the agenda items you'd like to speak to. You will have 1 minute per item, up to 3 minutes total for the items open for public comment. When speaking on the agenda items, you must be on topic. Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can. If you are not on topic, or if we cannot tell whether you are on topic, you will get one brief warning from me or the council president. At that point, you need to get immediately and clearly on topic. If you do not do so, or if you again stray off topic, you will forfeit the rest of your speaking time and we will move on to the next speaker. The items open for public comment on the agenda are items number 1 through 3 and items 16 through 30. So again, the items that are open for public comment on the agenda are items 1 through 3 and items 16 through 30. Members of the public may also speak for up to 1 minute for general public comment. During general public comment, members of the public may speak to any of the items or anything else in the city's subject matter jurisdiction. We will tell you when your time is up. I have a couple more announcements. If I could have the interpreters make this first one to the room, please. If you require a Spanish language interpreter, please make sure to pause every few sentences so the interpreters can interpret.
Si usted requiere de interpretación en español, por favor le pedimos que haga una pausa entre sus frases para que el traductor pueda interpretar su diálogo.
Don't worry, we will hold your time while the interpreters are interpreting, so you will get the same amount of time as everyone else. Thank you.
No se preocupe porque el tiempo de interpretación se le va a pausar de tal manera que usted va a tener el mismo tiempo de interpretación que todos los demás. Gracias.
Finally, the selection of speakers is at random, so in order to help us run an efficient public comment period, I would ask the following, that you please wait until you hear your name called out from one of the staffers before lining up. So once you hear your name called, or the name that you signed up under called, you can feel free to line up in any order on your left-hand side of the council chambers. Thank you.
Okay, I will now call names to come up and speak. Michael Wu, Harriet Elliott, Jacob Montag.
Harriet
Good
Elliott, I
morning.
signed up to speak for 6. However, I see you voted on it already.
Correct. So,
Okay.
but you can speak to it during general public comment if you'd like. So are there any other items you'd like to speak to? Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public comment. Go
By
ahead.
the way, I liked Blumenthal and I liked Eunice's speaking today. I'm glad that we like to hear all of this background of science. We appreciate it. Anyway, I came here to talk about Renee Pittman's 7th book. I was such a fan of Renee, I did not believe that she believes in psychic. And I was so stupid about this. Like most religious people, they believe in psychic phenomena, okay? I let it go when I read a book of hers where she's justifying the CIA when page of, it's about more than half the book. And I just still couldn't believe it, but that's her problem. The last part of this talks about old people's fading memories, and she doesn't mention EDUM, which is erasure of memories. It's all throughout Robert Duncan. If you read Robert Duncan, he's a NATO scientist, secular. He doesn't keep stressing it like I do. He is an atheist. He doesn't say it.
Speaker, your time has expired. Next speaker.
Good morning, Grote.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
I'd like to speak on 21 and general comment.
Okay. So you have,
And for the record, I signed up as Michael Wu.
so you have 1 minute for the item and 1 minute for general. Go ahead.
A great council member you should all emulate. This is, item 21 is on Hapa Day, and if you didn't know, I am Hapa. I am half white, half Asian, Chinese and Indian specifically, and I would really rather just be a nerdy-ass Hapa, focused on things like charter reform. But instead, I have to be an impatient, annoying Hapa. Been forced to be a chaos agent, because Karen doesn't care about Hapas, unless maybe they're donors. And this is all just on the theme of this city hall being both broke and broken. And I'm gonna just turn to my general public comment for this, because
Okay, you have 1
this is
minute.
all captured in a little mailer that went out for Karen, our MIA mayor, highlighting her inaction. And it went largely to her donors. Just got to cause some chaos. This is hitting mailboxes today, and funny enough, see that Karen has finally made some appointments. We are halfway there. Happy to see that, but we got 2 to go, and we still need to see the council get moving, because for you to get this commission off the ground before the July recess, those appointments need to be in this week, and they need to be confirmed next week. So I hope there is a come to Jesus moment, and I don't have to be like this. And maybe I can focus on Ugo and Unisys instead. But until then, I will be focused on this. And maybe those appointments will come today. If they don't, gonna start dropping some digital ads. If they do, maybe I'll wait till next week. You're just gonna leave me waiting, apparently.
Next speaker.
I'd like to call up more names. Roma Eisenstark, 3 Duarte, Rob Kwan.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Items 7 and 8.
Okay, so items 7 and 8 are not open for public comment, but you can speak to them during general, and feel free to move the microphone up if you need to. Go ahead.
Okay. Hello, my name is Jacob Montag. I'm an LA resident. I'm also a member of Sunrise LA. I'm here to thank council for your support of items 7 and 8. I support these items because I am deeply concerned about the impact of living near oil fields and brownfield sites is having on my health and the health of our community. Nearly 2 million Angelinos live near these toxic sites, exposing them to dangerous chemicals like benzene and methane, which are linked to respiratory illnesses, cancers, and other chronic illnesses. These detrimental effects disproportionately impact low-income and minority communities, further deepening the crisis of inequality. Unchecked development on or near uncapped oil wells aggravates an existing public health crisis by exposing residents to toxic hazards and worsening the housing crisis by allowing unsafe, short-sighted construction that will likely be unlivable in the long term. Once again, I want to thank you for passing items 7 and 8 because that's an important first step to a more well-balanced approach to public safety that I hope will be reflected in the upcoming budget negotiations. Thank you.
Next speaker. Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
I'd like to speak on 7 and 8.
So you have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, I'm Roma Eisenstark. I'm a member of Sunrise LA. And I'm here to support items 7 and 8 because there are nearly 5,000 uncapped oil wells across Los Angeles, which pose an unacceptable risk to 2 million people. These wells cause respiratory illnesses, strokes, cancers, and serious chronic illnesses. We cannot just ignore this. We need to clean up our mess. We need to think about how these health effects, these health costs affect healthcare costs, not to mention the moral costs and damage to our communities. These wells are not even in use, but they are still poisoning our citizens. And you have the opportunity to rectify this today. Thank you.
I'd like to call up more names. Laura Esquivel, Jovan Houston, George Buzzetti.
I'd like to speak
Good morning.
on
So
all
you have
items
3
and
minutes for the
non-agenda
items and
public
1 minute
comment,
for general
please.
public comment. Before you begin, don't start his
Yes,
time
sir,
yet.
I wanna
So,
speak.
hold on. It's not your time yet. So
Okay,
I need
thank
to
you.
make an announcement to the room. So to everybody who is new here or to people who've been here before, just as an FYI, expect that we will hear some offensive, potentially very offensive things over the next 4 minutes. We appreciate your patience during this time. Mr. Herman is allowed to speak if you would like, because the Brown Act does not require you, the audience members, to listen. You can pop in your headphones if you'd like. You can go for a short 4-minute walk and go look at the rotunda. You can also stick your fingers in your ears if you would prefer to do so. We will listen to his public comment, but you do not have to. So again, we appreciate your patience. The fastest way to get through this is to just let him use his time, and then we'll move on to the next speaker. Okay, Mr. Herman, go ahead. You have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general.
Well, sir, thank you for the prior restraints and impermissible California Constitution of my
This is not
civil
on the
rights
agenda.
violations.
You are welcome to talk to it during general
Yeah,
public
I'm
comment if you'd
talking
like.
about the Sakura Market located on East Cesar E. Chavez. Like, really, Ms. Gerardo, we need more alcohol in our community where Latinos and minorities are under constant attack by the police. Fuck the police. Niggas with attitude come into my community threatening to arrest me for drinking a 40 just because, again, alcohol beverages. No, that needs to stop. And you, Mr. Attorney, stop violating my civil rights. I have a right to drink a
again-
40 anytime I want. Smoking, scan. Now into item number 2, Azo. Where's the MIA mayor? Where is she at? Let's put her on record for the finance of construction for multifamily housing. Judge Carter couldn't do it in Brentwood. You see the shirt I'm wearing, Smoking Scan? Retired. And I'm talking about the bonds and the bond abuse by Los Angeles and the meaning of the bonds by the mayor, who continues to rip off the public. You idiot taxpayers keep following these instructions of these moron, idiot, incompetent, incoherent assholes. For what reason? Look at Mr. Price has to recuse himself because his wife is on a family issue on family housing development, right, Mr. Grote? That has to do with the approval of the mayor. So as far as I'm concerned, we're all fucked. Get a job, get 3 jobs because your rent's going up and you'll never buy a fucking house in Los Angeles as long as these conditions and rules of the prior restraints by this bonehead attorney and that baldhead fool up there, you, Dawson.
So I would ask you politely to stay on the
Yeah,
agenda.
now I'm going
You
to
have refused
item
to
number
do so
3,
after
asshole.
2 separate
You're
requests.
interrupting my
so I'm going to move you to
motherfucking
general
time,
public comment. You know
bitch.
the rules. You have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
A moment of silence, please.
So you're welcome to be silent if you'd like, but you are to address this body, not the audience.
Items 16, items 16 through 30, jackass. I'm in opposition, I oppose. Go Trump, go Trump. Fuck Los Angeles, Trump. Fuck Brentwood. Fuck those assholes who continue to put VAs and anyone who's missing in action on a goddamn street without the appropriate housing, you morons. You're idiots. You're all a bunch of idiots, and that's a fact. And if you don't like it, bald head, too bad. Look at here, item 30, CD8, Navigation Center, Council District 8, for the record and politely, 42 UC 1983, fuck you. Now,
Next speaker. Mr. Herman, your time has expired. Next speaker. You forfeited the rest of your time on the items because you refused to listen to the instructions to stay on topic. So at this point, you are disrupting the meeting. You need to leave the podium so we can continue with this meeting. This is your first and only formal warning. We cannot continue with public comment until you vacate the podium. Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Comentario público.
General public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Tiene un minuto, adelante.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Laura Esquivel y soy trabajadora del aeropuerto por 24 años.
Good morning, my name is Laura Esquivel, and I've been working at LAX for 24 years.
Llegué a este país hace 34 años.
I arrived to this nation 34 years ago.
Y desde que llegué aquí, yo he vivido para trabajar.
Since my arrival, I've been working for living.
Pero ahora lo que necesito es trabajar para poder vivir.
But now I need to work to be able to live.
Como ustedes saben, nosotros estamos aquí porque queremos un salario digno.
As you know, we are here because we are asking for a worth wages
Y una mejor cobertura médica para nosotros y nuestras familias.
and a better health insurance for us and for our families.
Yo tengo una necesidad económica que es para mi hija que tengo que llevar al dentista.
I have a special financial need because I have to take my daughter to the dentist.
Lo que quiero que sepan es que me es muy difícil no poder dar este pago cada mes, pero es necesario, es la salud de mi hija.
I want you to know that it's very difficult for me to make this payment every month, but it is needed for the health of my daughter.
Tengo que ver si pago, como o pago mi renta.
I have to decide between paying, eating, or paying the rent.
Por favor, no demoren más.
Please do not delay this anymore.
Speaker, your time has expired.
Señora, ya su tiempo terminó.
And if I could have the interpreters make this announcement to the room as well. So if you run out of time or if you have additional public comment that you would like to provide,
Para en español, si usted se le termina su tiempo o tiene comentarios adicionales para proveer, para dar,
you can do so in writing at lacouncilcomment.com.
puede presentarlo por escrito en lacouncilcomment.com.
And if you need that URL, you can actually find it at the top of every agenda right here.
Si usted necesita tener la dirección de internet, puede encontrarlo en la parte superior de la agenda.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
General comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Javon Houston. I'm a member of SCIU and an airport worker. Tomorrow will be a culmination of 2 years of hard work that myself and my team have did at airport workers. Airport workers and hotel workers need an Olympic wage and health care now without amendments. Corporations and business owners will always be here, but you need to side with airport workers and tourism workers and the people that run LA and LAX. Side with them. Side with working class people in Los Angeles. We need this. We need health care. We need a living wage so we can take care of our families. Please, I ask you, do what's right. Do what's right for single parents. Do what's right for struggling families. Thank you.
I'd like to call up more names. Alex McLevin, Byron Jose, Jason Reedy.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Yes, hi. I would like general and all items, and I'll walk you through. If I could start with general first, please, and then work to multiple.
We're going to treat everybody equally, so you'll have 3 minutes for the items. I'm going to ask that you do the items first. Then
Items
you'll
first?
have 1 minute for general. Yes, items first. Go ahead.
Ready? All right.
ahead.
So I'll start with the items first. On item number 2, it's regarding a housing bond. One of the things that's most interesting about housing bonds is that I don't see written out here, also on the attachments, when you use bonds, you're supposed to state the method of payment as it relates to the bond. Interestingly enough, COVID money has actually been used where, how is that related to a housing bond? A housing bond, you're supposed to state where it comes from. COVID money, which is supposed to be really used for PPP loans and small business relief, is not a housing bond. How can you possibly allocate money from another program? That is called textbook fraud. That is textbook fraud. That same PPP money has also been used to imprison people. How are you using non-disclosed public funds, which the public did not agree to use for housing-related matters, but are you being used by other programs? Moving on to agenda item number 3, we have yet another housing bond. Housing bonds, just like any other government bond, you're supposed to state the method of payment. The method of payment must also be agreed upon by the public. This is textbook fraud. When you're using things like PPP loans and you're handing it off to nonprofits doing your dirty work, that is textbook fraud. Moving on to 30, we have yet another housing bond. If you're following along, City Attorney, when you're using housing bonds, what are you supposed to do? When you're using bonds, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to disclose the method of payment publicly. And does it line up with what the public agreed upon, or does it not? And repeatedly, what's been happening? It's not been lining up. That is textbook fraud. Repeat it with me. F-R-A-U-D, fraud. That is fraud. That's what's happening with these bonds. That's why there's a DOJ task force to investigate all the money that's being funneled. I'm not an idiot. I might have come to previous meetings looking like an idiot, but I guarantee you I am far from it. When you use bonds, say it again with me. You're supposed to disclose the method of payment. I know you're laughing because it's true, and that's not been the case. The money that's been agreed upon by the public for use is not being used by that. That's fraud. Shout out to Smoke and Scan, and that's fraud. The lesson of the day is when you use government bonds, you're supposed to state the method of payment. And when you don't use the money that was agreed upon for that specific purpose, that's fraud. And moving on to general public comment.
You have 1 minute.
Thank you very much, City Attorney. I beat my case against Heidi Soto. I confronted her in public at the Sherman Oaks Homeowners Association. She didn't know what my face looks like, and I bet you she does now. And I asked her about my case. She admitted on a fucking public recording that she knew my case was frivolous, and that's why I destroyed that case in court. Holy shit. It was admitted through discovery that she colluded with Scientology to continue to prosecute me, knowing it was always frivolous, admitted it on a fucking public recording, and your own deputy trial prosecutor, Ethan Green, fucking said, holy shit, why is this case ever even in court? I'm the first activist in this whole year-and-a-half shit show to beat a fucking case against City Attorney Heidi Soto. The first guy, no convictions, no fines, no criminal history. Get fucked. I beat that case, and I'm holding City Attorney Heidi Soto accountable for that shit. Remember this fucking day. Thank you.
And as we're waiting for the next speaker to come up, just out of politeness to the speakers at the podium, I'd ask that you please hold your applause until after the speakers are finished. Thank you. Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
General public comment.
Okay, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Thanks. Hi, my name is Alex McIlvain. I'm here representing ACT LA. We are a coalition of 49 community organizations from around LA County focused at the intersection of housing and transit issues. Everything we've done over our organization coalition's tenure, from Measure J to Measure ULA just recently, has been done in partnership with labor, because we all know that there's no future Los Angeles worth building that isn't built primarily for the benefit of the working people that power it, that build it, that make the city go. We stand with workers in support of a living wage, and we're looking forward to tomorrow's vote. On an Olympic wage, and we're looking forward to tomorrow's vote. These games were approved with significant assurances around the broad-based benefits to all Angelenos, and tomorrow you'll have the opportunity to make good on that promise, and I'm looking forward to you doing so. Thank you.
Next speaker.
I'd like to call up more people. Reverend Gary Williams, Maria Rubio, Andres Salazar,
Good morning. So you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the items.
What's up, my homie? What's up, dog? Let's start with item number 22. This is talking about the Koreatown Youth and Community Center. And then I have a really concern about this because I heard so many requests that our Korean youth, they want to have access to free transgender surgery. However, the council president and our city attorney, because both of you are black, continue to deny the Korean youth and the Korean community to access free of charge gender switching surgery. So this is very concerning because I'm aware that the city attorney and then the council president, they always provide free gender change surgery to Latinos and blacks, but why not Koreans? This is very racist. Now, let's move on to item number 23. What's up, my homie? What's up, dog? Number 23 is about Los Angeles Police Foundation for Public Safety and Enhancement. Yes, definitely. I'm here to support with our LAPD 24-inch Sergeant Duarte. We need more police on the street. It doesn't matter if you're talking about Beverly Grove neighborhood. It doesn't matter if you're talking about Figueroa neighborhood. It doesn't matter if you're talking about Toilet neighborhood. We need more cops. We need more Sergeant Duarte. We need more 24 inches on the street. We need to take down those gangbangers. We need to take down those cartels. We need to take down those illegal attorneys like our council president attorney. Now let's move on to item number 25. Item 25 is about a homeless strategy committee and trying to contract with HRNA advisor. I want to ask our city attorney, how dare you? You really have some balls to ask for more money for homeless services. You spend $500 million, and then during the homeless audit report, none of you, no council member, no mayor, no city attorney can tell the public where did the money go. And then you want more money for homeless, city attorney, you really have some big 24 inches balls to ask more money for homeless services. Now let's move on to item number 29. 29 is about, again, city attorney, you have some big balls. You want to make sure, take the money from Bureau of Sanitation and then to transfer the money to the city attorney's office. So you are saying that in the future, we see poo, we see pee on the street. We no longer have Bureau of Sanitation Services to clean our street. And then somehow those millions of dollars transfer to city attorney's office so you can provide gender changing surgery for black and Hispanic Latino for all those illegal homeless services. I really love your 24-inch big balls down there so you can ask for this agenda to begin with. Now let's move on to our general public comment. For the general public comment, I want to ask our public that let's not about our council member Spindler, and that we will continue to fight against the corruption of the city. We will continue to fight against the illegal practices by the city attorney, by the council president, by the illegal Hamas supporter Blue Mandingo's office. We have to make sure we're going to restore law and order in the city of LA. You commit a crime, you are going to jail. Period. There's no other way around it. Who is going to restore law and order? Councilmember Spindler. Who is going to make sure that every crime have consequences? That's Councilmember Spindler. Who has someone who has zero record of corruption? Who has zero record accepting bribe money? That's our Councilmember Spindler. So everyone in the smoking scan community, anyone living in Council District 1, let's vote for Councilmember Spindler. Let's take down Hernandez. Take down Hernandez.
Next speaker. Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
General comments, please.
You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I'm Reverend Gary Bernard Williams. I'm the pastor of St. Mark, LA, a United Methodist congregation in the 8th District. And I'm here today, my church, let me say my church, first of all, we have a motto, says we're the church in the heart of the community with the community at heart. I'm here today as somebody that grew up in a union household. I'm here today to support this vote for tomorrow on tourist Olympic wage. I'm here as a moral and spiritual leader in my community. We're asking for a yes vote without any further delays, without any more add-ons. We need this passed on tomorrow. I'm here with these workers. For 2 years, they've been trying to get this thing through, and tomorrow is the big day. So I'm asking the city council to do the right thing and vote for this tomorrow without any further delays. I thank you, and I pray that tomorrow we will get a victory. Amen.
Next speaker. Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Buenos días, ¿de qué puntos le gustaría hablar?
Sí. Buenas tardes. Mi nombre es María Rubio.
Good afternoon, my name is Maria Rubio.
Trabajo en Flying Food.
I work at Flying Foods.
Yo gano 20.73 la hora.
I make
No me alcanza para salir
$20.73 per
adelante.
hour. That's not enough for me to move forward.
Les pedimos que...
¿Puede bajar el micrófono, por favor? Gracias.
Oh, sí.
Si puede acercarse al micrófono, por favor.
Le pedimos que mañana digan sí al sueldo olímpico.
I ask you for you to tomorrow say yes to the Olympic wage.
A mis 72 años no puedo retirarme con lo que gano. No puedo
I'm
pagar mi renta.
72 years old and I cannot retire with what I'm earning.
Y pago mi carro.
I can't afford rent and I
Las
also have to pay
compañías
for my
hacen
car.
mucho dinero y necesitamos un pedazo para seguir adelante.
The companies make a lot of money and we need a piece of that to move forward.
Sí. Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, Byron Jose, item 23 and 25, and general public comment. Item 23, if only we were the Los Angeles Police Foundation, then certain offices would prioritize making sure that your discretionary funds are going to save the lives of our communities. Thank you, Officer Park, for walking away. To make sure that we are investing in the lives of our communities and not just continue to fund discretionary funds time and time again, in addition to the city's 47% of its budget, now 49% of its budget going to the police department. It is now getting transferred to that foundation, and we have no accountability where the money is going. Even when it's being administered by the LAPD, we still have no accountability where that money is going. So if only the lives of transgender, expensive, and intersex people were as important as the LAPD and public safety and beautification. Item 25. Again, the city lost funding through LASA, so instead of continue to fund yet again another report, pay consultants to continue to come up with graphics and things for you to show. Instead, we should be listening to community-led based response models, ensuring that there is prevention for housing, for homelessness, so such as a housing subsidy, or such as funding, again, for the lives and cares of our people, of transgender, expansive, and intersex communities. When, during 2020, the Latina Coalition worked with the state legislature to pass AB 2218, when we asked the state legislature to fund our communities, they established $13 million from a general fund. Last year, along asking you this city council, we worked with the LA County Board of Supervisors to pass TGI Wellness and Equity Motion, establishing $7 million from its net county costs from a locally generated revenue. Both the state nor the county did not defer us to a federal government that is actively attacking and erasing our people. The state and the the county stepped up and used its general funds to ensure that
1 minute for general public comment.
ensuring that our people's lives are being funded. They did not say, go explore general funding. They did not pass the buck down. So this is the time for us. We're asking our local city leaders to ensure that you are stepping up to ensure that you are funding the care and opportunity for our people. So that means that working with the mayors for the GCP, the race and gender and race data collection. That is work that the Talentina Coalition has done with the county. That is work that is funds that you can use to ensure that you are funding the lives of our people, not just criminalizing to funding time and time again the LAPD. We also ask for all of you to use your discretionary funds to ensure that this year, for the upcoming fiscal year, that on this budget, you're putting your values. You're not just calling yourself an ally, but you're actually ensuring that there is a line item to ensure that the lives of trans, gender expansive, and intersex people are being included through the TGIW initiative. Thank you.
Next speaker.
I'd like to call up more names. Kirsten Peterson, Byron, Alma Ramirez.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Comentario público, general.
General public comment.
You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Tiene un minuto, adelante.
Mi nombre es Andrés Salazar y vengo a decirles, salven los centros jornaleros.
My name is Andres Salazar, and I'm here to tell you, save the day worker centers.
Los centros jornaleros han sido un espacio histórico de encuentro y comunidad.
Day worker centers have been historically places where we get together and we form community.
Donde los trabajadores y trabajadoras han sido capacitados
Where male and female workers have been received training,
tanto en sus derechos laborales como en aportes a la comunidad.
they have been trained on labor rights and their contributions to our communities.
En este momento, después de los incendios forestales, los trabajadores han sido útiles en la reconstrucción de la ciudad.
At this time, after the wildfires, these workers have been useful when it comes to the reconstruction of the city.
Entonces venimos a pedir que los centros jornaleros sigan abiertos para que pueda seguir su misión de formación y de defensa de los derechos laborales.
And we're here to ask you for these day worker centers to remain open so they can continue to fulfill their mission of educating and supporting laborers with their rights.
Agradecemos también entre todos los centros la unión que se ha visto entre trabajadores de Los Ángeles.
We thank all the centers also because we've seen a great union between all the workers in LA.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Next speaker.
That's me. Hello?
Can we make sure the handheld mic is live?
I mean, I could talk loud if you need me to. Okay.
We can hear you. Which items would you like to speak to? And good morning.
Good morning. I'm going to run it through the randomizer, so we will know momentarily. But put me as all items and the non-agenda public comment.
So you have
please.
3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the items. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Yes, let's start off with the sanitation, transferring money to the city attorney. Just to be honest, that sounds like dirty money to me. Okay. Now with the alcohol one, the license at the beginning, I'm gonna say no unless it's like, I don't mind like a restaurant, they need a liquor license to go along with dinner. But really in Los Angeles, we really do have a lot of access to both alcohol, cannabis, and illegal drugs. So we don't really need to have like liquor stores and all this stuff. We have a lot. And, so I said no to that. As far as lighting up City Hall, I mean, I love the concept. I love the idea. So I say go for it because at least there will be some lighting in the city. Somewhere will be lit up at least because it's certainly not in the valley. And the housing one, boy, all that fraud. Thank you to Henry for breaking all that down. That was very interesting. But when it comes to all the housing, like, yeah, we need to build housing. I guess. I mean, but although we did spend, what was it, $12.5 trillion on Inside Safe, right? And we housed, I think, 5 people. So I guess, I don't know. I mean, don't we have enough housing? I guess not. The other one is the grants. Yeah, I love grants. That's less, especially since the CAO said we don't have to do matching funds. I love the idea of getting money that we don't have to keep dwindling our budget from 1 billion in a hole to 2 billion in a hole. That'd be great. So I say yes, get all the grants that you can get. I don't even know what else is on here. I guess we just continue talking about the housing grants and all that stuff because there's a few of those. Yeah, the housing thing's a mess. Like what I wish you guys would do would put housing, like we're losing our communities. I know we need housing, but we're also losing our communities. So there's United Neighbors has a thing where they said that there's enough commercial space where you could build all the housing you need on commercial space, so we can keep our cute little communities, that we love. And shout out to Smoke and Scan. I'm just going to run out the clock. I mean, I forget what else is open or not open. They mentioned the wage one that you're going to be voting on tomorrow. I don't know. Is that open or not open?
It's tomorrow, actually. So that's why they've been
that
speaking
is
during
okay.
general.
So I'll save my comments about slave wages at Scientology for tomorrow then. Okay, fair enough. We'll do that. And then I guess there's the conduct. Can you talk about conduct? Like I hope Mr. Hugo is telling Mr. Nazarian to.
You're welcome to speak to this during general if you'd like.
Okay, well, we're almost there. We'll just count down. Hey, Smoke and Scan, by the way. And we want info on that randomizer. My randomizer.
Okay, not on top
All
of
right,
it.
there we
You're
go.
on general public
So,
comment.
Mr. Hugo, please tell Mr. Nazarian that, because he has a Scientology in his area too, that he wants to make sure that you do what you need to do, right? So you don't have to keep hearing from me, because I know I drive you nuts. But I think you did a little bit of good, Mr. Hugo, because you know what? They're still getting these permits in spite of violating everybody's rights, including my rights. But they're only for 2 days a week instead of the whole entire week. But, but if they violate it one more time, it's just going to be another lawsuit for the city. But see, he doesn't care because he can't even listen, right? The city attorney listens. I give, Mr. Grote, I give you credit. You listen, like really listen. Everyone else, no one else listens. Mr. Nazarian used to be really good, but I noticed when Mr. McCosker isn't here, he's not as good because, Hugo gets him off track. Bob's listening. I like that Bob listens. Thank you, Bob. Shout out to Bob. Who else is not? Miss Padilla's not listening. She's slipping. Miss Hernandez, you swore to me. You promised me that you listen to me. You are listening? Okay, it's hard to listen and talk. Okay, thank you.
Next speaker.
Okay, I'm the Diamond Piece of Trans Latina.
Good
I had
morning.
to thank Ms. Hunt, also Ms. Hernandez.
Speaker,
and
which items
Hugo.
would you like to speak
They
to?
have been so supported in our community because our community, we have so many deaths. I am the grandmother of all the transgender community. I'm going to be 84 in July. Still here. I was here when Lady Serjaba. Thank God. I'm wearing the lady's pin with honor, Miss Holly Mitchell. I need a pin from you over there. I really do, and Miss Hunt, because I wear them with honor when they doing things that are supposed to be done. I was here with the Liz Taylor Foundation many years when Mr. Mel Bradley. I've been doing this for years, and I'm always will fight for our community because our community always need help, safe places to keep people because our young ladies are being killed, murdered by discrimination, and they're being taken their genders. My gender can be taken away, but my dignity stays with me always because I am Miss Loretta Lorraine. I'm a diamond piece, and I love you all.
Next speaker.
I'd like to call up more names. Bob Turner, Roma, Arthur Dixon.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
I'm going to speak to, first to the oil issue, and then to 2 and 3 on the homeless, and then public comment.
Okay, so you have 3 minutes for the items. Just for clarification, item number 2 are for multifamily housing. So but go ahead. You have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general.
On the oil, LA is one of the only cities in the world that has oil wells in the middle of the city. We have a smog
Can you
problem.
pause this time? So the oil item is item number 8. It is not, my understanding, it's not open for public comment. You
Okay,
can
so
speak
I'll
to
just
it
go to
during
the other 2 and
general
3.
if you'd like, but okay. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes for those items because those you said 2 and 3, and then 1 minute for general. You can speak to the oil item during general if you'd like. Go ahead.
Well, as typical, as we found out on the free speech issue, you guys are absolutely ignorant of the law. I saw one of these so-called city council people who have no business being there because they're so ignorant of the law, question about what the requirements are for bonds. So in my presentation this time on the law in here is a copy from the page of the state on the requirements for bonds, and the man was not lying. Mr. City Attorney, did we not just nail you on a major issue? And here you are, putting up $140 million in non-voter approved bonds with no attachment to show where you're paying for them. After you use COVID funds on the Soto $60 million thing that cost $600,000 per unit, when I gave 6 to 7 years ago a bid to the county, which you received because you're a part of the Joint Powers Authority, for $35,000 from Giant Containers. Recently, I went up because of the article on Soto's unit for $600,000 to Giant Containers, and I see that same project at Giant Containers. Now, the question is, did you split that extra money with Giant Containers, or did you put it all in your own pockets? Are you people so stupid and weak and ignorant and corrupt that you can't find out what you can buy housing for? You see, container homes cost about $70,000. Okay, so now I'm the public comment, huh? Oh, I got another minute, that's right. Okay, I get to keep going on that one, yeah.
All right, hold
Okay.
this time for a second. So you are now in general public comment. You were given 2 minutes for
Okay,
the
I'm
items
on
you
general,
requested.
okay, give me back
Go
my
ahead.
full time on general public comments that you're commenting, so give me back the full minute.
Hold on, I paused your time when I was speaking, so you will get the remainder of your 49 seconds.
I want
Go
to
ahead.
see it before I start. I don't trust you because you're a crook. We busted you, fool. We're going after your bar license. You idiot. How'd you pass the bar? Because the bar is so crooked in this country. Go read Law 360. You ever heard of that? CCAP? Justicia? I do it every day. You never look at it. You didn't give me back my time. Did you? You're trying to take my life, fools. And you say that's not elder abuse? I need a kidney taken out, and I got a serious lung infection that you gave me for 6 years untreated. And I have no doctors and no medication because of you! So if I die, I hope I die here speaking in front of you
Speaker, your
fools
time
who
has
go down on
expired.
murder.
Next speaker. So, this is your first and only formal warning. Please do not disrupt this meeting. We need to move on to the next speaker. If you have something to hand to the sergeants to be distributed, please feel free to give it to the sergeants. Thank you. Next speaker.
I'll call up more names. Maria Torres, Emma Silber, Andrew Gravener.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak
Buenos
to?
días, mi nombre es María Torres, necesito traducción.
Good morning, my name is Maria Torres and I need translation.
Es comentario público.
This is general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Tiene un minuto, adelante.
Gracias. Trabajo para Flyer Food desde hace 9 años
I've been working for Flyer Foods since 9 years ago,
y nuestro sueldo en la compañía es de $20.73
and our salary in the company is $20.73.
y el sueldo olímpico a mí me serviría para ayudar a mi familia en mi país.
And the Olympic wage would help me to help my family in my country
Y también para pagar mi renta.
and to pay my rent.
Ayer hablaba con una compañera,
Yesterday I was talking to a colleague of mine.
es una madre soltera y tiene 2 niños.
She is a single mother and she has 2 children.
Ella estaba llorando porque la han sacado de su casa y ella está en un lugar y sus niños en otro lugar.
She was crying because she was evicted and she was in one place and her children were in another place.
Porque el sueldo que nosotros ganamos no alcanza para pagar renta y mantener la familia.
Because the wage that we earn is not enough to pay the rent and keep the family.
Y por eso estamos una vez más aquí pidiéndoles a cada uno de ustedes que se pongan la mano en el corazón, la mano en la conciencia y piensen en los trabajadores.
And that's why we are here, so that we can make you think about, and put your hand in your hearts so that you can think about us, the workers.
Y que el día de mañana su voto sea sí. Gracias.
So that tomorrow your vote may be yes. Thank you.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
General public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Good morning. I'm here to speak in general public comment and thank all the council members for supporting items 7 and 8. My name is Emma Silber. I work at Physicians for Social Responsibility Los Angeles and also represent the Stand LA Coalition, Stand Together Against Neighborhood Drilling Los Angeles. We'd like to thank Councilmember Hernandez for putting forward these motions, for protecting frontline communities from the impacts of both active drilling and post-drilling communities. You know, it is important that unsafe and improper development near or on top of improperly plugged wells is addressed and that communities are able to be notified about ongoing emergencies, maintenance activities, and other issues at development near former oil sites. Additionally, I'd like to offer my support for item 8. You know, many frontline BIPOC communities are forced to live with contaminated brownfields in their neighborhoods, and I'd like to thank the council for continuing to address this issue. Thank you.
Next speaker.
I'll call up more names. Dexter Street, Nicholas Gardner, Emma Silber.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
All items and general public comment.
Okay, so you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Go ahead.
All right, starting off with item 16. Item 16 is related to establishing the Los Angeles Tourism Marketing District. That's not clear. Is this just related to advertising, or is this giving hotel owners like all kinds of extra governmental privileges pretty much and all this stuff? I mean, this seems like this is a lot. This is like every single hotel in the city. So that's just some interesting questions there with item 16. All right, so let's move on to items 20 and 21. So what is City Council doing for the Croatian American community or the Hapa community? I'm just curious about that. What are you doing to help them to make sure that they get more rights and more equality and equity and such? Because it's not really quite clear there. But I guess you're lighting up City Hall so that they can, well, who knows what if you're actually helping them or anything. All right, so we hear a lot about how the Los Angeles Police Foundation funds like all kinds of stuff that the city can't afford or whatever. We're going to say, oh, this foundation's going to fund it. It's not the city. So that raises some interesting questions about item 23. Item 23 seeks to take $35,000 from the Street Furniture Fund and CD5 and give it to the Police Foundation. So you're giving city funds to the Police Foundation so they can ostensibly fund stuff that the city isn't funding, but actually you're funding it through this backdoor funding the Police Foundation. So stop giving money. And of course, the Police Foundation shouldn't give their funds from other places too. We should just stop giving money to the police here. But here you are, just backdoor funding the Police Foundation, so it makes it look like that the city isn't funding their lavish parties and all this stuff, and their equipment, all this stuff the Police Foundation funds. But actually, you're giving money to the Police Foundation here. So there's a lot of corruption going on with that. We have item 24, which is lighting up City Hall for Cinco de Mayo. So, yeah. There's a lot of questions. You're not doing much. What all you're doing for the Latino community? That's an interesting question. Okay, so let's move on to general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sure y'all love this here, Marquise, Blumen, Bob, all the presiding officers, how you don't have to lift a single finger anymore here. You're just forcing the clerk, who you're probably not paying any extra for all this new responsibility of reading off names for public comment, instead of the presiding officer doing it themselves like they were supposed to. So you got the clerk reading off names, you got the city attorney running public comment, you've got, but isn't it the presiding officer's job to read off the names and to know what we signed up for and to run public comment here? So hopefully the clerk's being paid extra for all this extra responsibility that's being dumped on the city clerk here over the last few months. You all need to pay attention to public comment and fuck the budget. Reject the budget.
Next speaker.
I'd like to call out more names. Tiana Wakeman, Chi Navarro, Armando Munoz.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
It's for general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
All right, hi, my name is Nicholas Gardner. I'm the chapter chair of the Sunrise Movement Los Angeles, and just want to share our appreciation to the entire council for approving items 7 and 8. This is a big step forward in addressing the issue of toxic pollution in Los Angeles, which affects every single resident of this city and every single resident of this region. You, of course, especially want to thank council members Hernandez, McCosker, and Blumenfield for introducing these items. And additionally, would like to express the solidarity of our movement and of our organization with the tourism workers, the airport workers, and all workers across the city as they fight for dignity, respect, and a living wage. We urge you to please vote yes when that item comes to council tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Just a general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Good morning, City Council members. My name is Armando Munoz. I'm a proud member of USWW, SEIU. Wow, 2 years. It's been 2 years since we've been coming here. Tomorrow is going to be a historic day. Thousands of us have worked hard for this day. We have missed work, skipped doctor appointments, used our savings to cover the days that we missed to come to City Council so you can hear our stories. Tomorrow you are going to decide if you stand with the people of Los Angeles or if you stand with corporate greed. We are going to count on your vote, and your vote is going to define who you are. So please stand with us and vote yes for the living wage ordinance. Thank you.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Hi there, I'm speaking on general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hi everyone, my name is Chichi Navarro. I am a transgender, gender-expansive Angelino and the child of Mexican immigrants. I'm here today to urge you to fully realize the promise of LA is for everyone by making meaningful investments in all of our communities, especially transgender, gender-expansive, and intersex Angelinos. The LA for All campaign stands for diversity, belonging, and inclusion, and calls on us to speak out against of hate and protect every resident. But these values must be matched by action. Just last month, Sabrina de la Peña, a 61-year-old Salvadoran immigrant and longtime business owner in MacArthur Park, endured a horrific series of transphobic attacks at her store. Over 2 weeks, Sabrina was sexually assaulted, beaten with a skateboard, pepper sprayed, and threatened with death by multiple assailants because she is a transgender woman and a migrant. Despite her repeated pleas for help, the LAPD's response was slow and ineffective, leaving Sabrina vulnerable to continued violence. Meanwhile, crime and homelessness in Los Angeles is both down, yet we keep funding LAPD instead of investing in investments for the community to help us out where it's needed. Thank you.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Hi, general public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Tiana Shaw Wakeman, and I serve as the Environmental Justice Program Director with Black Women for Wellness. We are a human rights reproductive justice organization committed to supporting the health and well-being of Black women and girls. I am also here with Stand Together Against Neighborhood Drilling LA, a racial and environmental justice coalition of community-based organizations fighting with and for Angelinos on the front lines of neighborhood oil drilling. I'll be brief. I just want to thank the Council for approving items 7 and 8, as both are extremely vital for the health of families. Thank you for your time and have a great rest of your day.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Good morning. It's going to be general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay. My name is Lisandro Presa. I work at LAX, and I'm a member of Unite Here Local 11. For over 2 years, I've been showing up here, missing work, pleading with you not to delay the Olympic wage. I am pleading for you to vote yes tomorrow. I'm struggling to pay for my medications. We need this raise. People are struggling to feed their families and afford rent. Please vote yes, no delays. Thank you.
Is that the last public comment?
That would be the last speaker.
Okay, so public comment is now closed. What's next?
And Mr. President, so because item 16 is the creation of a new tourism district, I recommend that we exhaust public comment on item 16. So if you are here to speak on item number 16, but have not yet had the opportunity to speak, please feel free to line up on the left-hand side of council chambers. Again, this is only for item number 16. It is not for general public comment, and it is not for any of the other items. So if you are here for item 16, the creation of a new tourism district, please feel free to line up on the left-hand side of council chambers. I see at least one speaker lined up.
Okay, who's the next speaker? Come forward if you're here on item 16. Okay, is there anyone lined up for item 16? Come to the left side of the chambers, house left, stage right.
Sergeants, can we confirm, is the gentleman walking up, is he here for item 16?
This only applies to folks who have not spoken already. You can come speak on item 16. That's the only thing open at this moment.
Speaker, you've already spoken, so this is not your opportunity to speak. You were already given your full time. So I'm not seeing anyone else come up for item 16, so I believe we have exhausted. Are you here, Ms. Rocha, are you here for item 16?
You can come speak to item 16, but you cannot yell out. If you wish to speak to item 16, come to the microphone right now, and you, Ms. Rocha, you will have a chance to speak to item 16. If you do not wish to speak to item 16, then you do not need to come up to the microphone. It's one item, it's item 16. I believe you're the last one here to speak on that item. So go ahead for 1 minute on item 16.
You didn't call me.
And before you begin,
we understand we didn't call you. There was a time limit. That limit is passed.
But you didn't call me, though.
Please don't repeat yourself. We heard you. We heard you. You have 1 minute to speak to item 16. That is the only thing afforded to you at this moment. Time for general public comment and for people who did not get called is over. We do not have unlimited time. We have met for an hour, and that's it. You have a chance to speak on item 16. Do you wish to speak to item 16?
Okay, what's item 16?
Okay, then you do not wish to speak to it. So
You didn't call me. You know what? I don't get down here very
okay,
often.
you need. That's it. Well, is there any other speakers for item 16? Okay, you do not wish to speak to item 16. Then public comment is closed. Thank you. We'll now move on to the rest of the meeting. Okay, what's next?
Mr. President, the council may now vote on items 16, 17, 19 through 22, 24 through 26, and 28 through 30.
Okay, those items are before us. Any members wish to speak to those items? Seeing no members on the queue, let's open the roll. Close the roll, tally the votes.
14 ayes.
Okay.
Mr. President, there's a request to send items 16, 26, and 30 forthwith.
Okay, without objection, the forthwith is ordered. Next.
The council may now consider item 1, called special by Councilmember Jurado, for which motion Jurado Bloomfield has been introduced to grant the public convenience or necessity application.
Okay, that item is before us. Seeing no members on the queue, let's open the roll. Close the roll, tally the votes.
14 ayes.
Great, that measure is approved. Next item.
The council may now consider item 18, called special by Councilmember Jurado, for which motion Jurado Bloomfield has been introduced to notify the item.
That item is before us. Seeing no speakers on the queue, let's open the roll. Close the roll, tally the votes.
14 ayes.
Okay, So what's next?
The council may now vote on item 23, called special by Councilmember Hernandez for a separate vote.
Okay, item 23 is before us. Seeing no speakers on the queue, let's open the roll. Close the roll, tally the votes.
11 ayes, 3 no.
Okay, that measure is adopted. Next item.
The council may now consider item 27, called special by Councilmember Hutt, for which motion Hutt Hernandez Bloomfield has been introduced to adopt the Los Angeles Housing Department report.
Okay, that item is now before us. Seeing no members on the queue, let's open the roll. Close the roll, tally the votes.
14 ayes.
Okay, that's approved. Next measure.
The council may now consider items 2 and 3, called special by Councilmember Price for recusal.
Okay, Mr. Price will please exit the chambers briefly. Once Mr. Price is now off the board, so we will consider that item. Seeing no members on the queue, any members wish to speak? Seeing no members on the queue, let's open the roll. Close the roll, tally the votes.
13 ayes.
Okay, those measures are adopted. What's next?
Mr. President, the council has motions for posting and referral.
They are, without objection, they are posted and referred.
The desk is clear, sir.
Wonderful. Colleagues, are there any announcements? Looking to my left and my right for announcements. Seeing no announcements. Okay, then we will move on to adjourning motions. If I could ask everybody in the chamber to rise for adjourning motions. Colleagues, are there any adjourning motions? Councilwoman, I didn't see you at the podium. Council, I assumed somebody was here because I saw my good friend Chris and others. Councilwoman Hutt.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Today, we adjourn this council meeting in remembrance of a true public servant, a cherished friend, the Honorable Nate Holden. For over half a century, Nate Holden poured his life into serving the people. From his time as a veteran and an aerospace engineer to his impactful tenures as a California State Senator and council member for the 10th District. His commitment was unwavering. Nate Holden was a champion for equitable urban development across Los Angeles, ensuring that progress reached every corner of our city. He stood firm in the fight for consumer protections, empowering individuals and families. And in a landmark achievement that resonates to this day, he authored a bill that enshrined Martin Luther King Jr. Day as a recognized holiday in our state. During his time on council, Nate's innovative spirit shone brightly. He pioneered a publicly funded program that tackled illegal firearms through groundbreaking buyback initiative with the LAPD. Recognizing the importance of safety, he also championed the ordinance requiring brightly colored toy guns, a testament to his forward-thinking approach. Following the 1992 Los Angeles uprising, Nate was the driving force behind the revitalization of the Crenshaw area, demonstrating his deep commitment to the community he served. He championed measures that supported the handicapped, fought against discriminatory redlining practices in home mortgages through the Credit Denial Disclosure Act of 1976. He secured vital funding for inner city schools, brought to life the beautiful Baldwin Hills Regional Park, addressed the proliferation of liquor stores, and provided much-needed property tax relief for senior citizens. Nate Holden's place in history is not solely defined by his landmark legislation, but by the difference he made in the lives of countless Angelenos and the enduring impact he had on the landscape of our city and our state. He was a man of action, driven by a profound love for the people and places he represented. Let us remember his dedication, his vision, and his unwavering commitment to making a better Los Angeles for all. May he rest in power. Thank you.
Thank you. Some other members on the queue.
Thank you, Mr. President, members. Heather, this has been a week's been like, I've been like on a roller coaster. I don't know if there would be a political Herb Wesson, a political me, if it were not for Nate Holden. You know, we have a saying in our community, if you can help somebody, then your life has not been in vain. Nate Holden, Senator Holden, Councilman Holden helped thousands. Like I said to you, he gave me my very first job in politics. But what most people don't know, he got me my first government job at the County of Los Angeles, where I met my wife. 3 weeks from today, we will celebrate our 44th wedding anniversary. That's Nate Holden. My daughter-in-law, who works here, if I wasn't here, she wouldn't have met my son, and she wouldn't have had the 2 lovely grandkids that I have. And there's my daughter-in-law, Alexis. And my son, Herb III, Nate just hired him on his own. And now Herb III works for the Secretary of State. And I could go on and on identifying individuals that he's touched. So Nate's life was not in vain. He touched so many people. And you talk about the great things he did. The most important thing that your dad did, he knew how to live. That's what he did. And it was never a dull moment. Bill Robinson, who is in the back, Bill, just stand up wherever you are. He was our representative to the Koreatown area. We went to Korea, big trip, Busan. We had a hurricane. We went to Taipei, Taiwan. The president died. Wherever Nate went, something happened. My executive assistant that many of you know, Sean Love Wallace, worked in this building forever. She goes to Jamaica, meets a guy, falls in love, decides to go back to get married. And she's been married since 1990 to this guy, just turned her grandmother. But Nate comes up with this brilliant idea. Jamaica just had Hurricane Gilbert. I am going to donate millions of surplus city equipment to the country of Jamaica. This is when we could do it. And we wind up with the government paying for us to go to Jamaica. He was smart. Even though we get there, I'll finish this. We get to we get to Jamaica, and the government's paying for it. So we're not staying at one of the nicer hotels. So we decide to take a nap. And have you ever felt eyes on you? I open my eyes, and on the nightstand is this frickin' giant lizard staring at me. I jump up and run to Louis White's room. Bang on the door. He's opening the door with fear in his eyes. I said, Louis, I have a lizard. He said, I have 2. We then together run to Councilman Nate Holden's office. We're banging on the door, and all we can hear is cursing and hollering and screaming. Within a half hour, we had a luxury bus come pick us up, take us to the Tri-All Resort, and we had a phenomenal trip. That's Nate Holden. Anyway, he will be missed. I don't have enough words to thank him for everything that he gave to me and my family. Thank you guys for honoring one hell of a dude. Oh, last thing. He taught me, and for some of the young people here, especially the young dudes, he hires me, and we go to Beverly Hills, and he takes me to Bally's, where you buy shoes. And this is in 1987. And he bought me a $500 pair of shoes. Guys, don't wear them cheap shoes, because you will not live to be 95 like Nate Holden. God bless you, Nate.
I'd like to thank Council President and the members of the City Council, and most notably Councilmember Hutt, for bringing us here today to have an opportunity to pay respects to my dad, my brother, and I. We thank you for that honor. We know that Dad was here not too long ago. I think it was sometime last year. And I know that you had a designated time for him to speak. And I know that that was probably generously maybe 10 minutes. An hour and 10 minutes later, he let you all go. But I want to say that he is someone who has had an endearing impact not only on us as a family, but on this community, this city, and this nation. He's someone that walked into rooms where he could be working with the community or some individual who was struggling, and he can walk into and he would be there to help them. He can walk into a room where it could be the President of the United States, and he would treat that person no different. My dad was someone who was all about service. Whether it was when he put his age up from 16 to 18 to go fight in World War I. Two. Well, he was older than I thought. World War II. And he made it very clear that the reason that he wanted to go to war was to take out oppression, to take out Hitler. And even in recent times, he's recanted on those moments. And so I know that his heart was all about service, and you saw that witnessing his career in politics. But in recent times, when he wasn't serving in politics, at 95 last year, he was still driving. And he would get in his car on Saturdays, and he would go get crates of tomatoes. Don't ask me why tomatoes. But he would take them to seniors. He's a senior himself, older than probably many of the people he was delivering tomatoes to. But what he was trying to do by that was stay alive. He couldn't just sit around. Many of you probably received phone calls from him.
Right.
He couldn't ignore issues because he was writing letters to the president telling him what to do. And he would say, see, he's doing what I told him to do. And I would say 9 times out of 10, he was doing what Nate Holden told him to do. It's not easy being in the same business as your father, because I've got a different style. You won't see me doing one-arm push-ups here in this council chambers. But he did. He was probably the first to do it, and my guess he's the last to do it. So let that be the resounding image of a guy who was about life, fighting for liberty, and caring for people. I'm so honored to call him father, and he lives in all of us. And for my family, and our friends who are here today, we're all made better because he was a part of our life. And I thank you for giving us the opportunity to greet you today.
We have some members on the queue, if you're ready for that. Ms. Hutt?
Yep, members, yes.
Okay, perfect. We'll start with Mr. McCosker, followed by Mr. Harris-Dawson.
Thank you so much. First of all, council member, for coming, and Mr. Wesson, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your beautiful words about your father. I think folks who know me know that I consider myself a Hahn in the Hahn family. And the first time I met Kenny Hahn, it was because a gentleman who I didn't know tapped me on the shoulder and said, I see you keep looking over at the supervisor. You want to come over and talk to him? It was your dad who brought me over to speak to him. And during that very first conversation I ever had with Kenny Hahn, with your dad sort of advocating on my behalf, not knowing who I was, Kenny said, "Kid, you should work for my son someday." And I did. And when I got here in the city attorney's office, Councilman Holden, or Uncle Nate, Uncle Nate was a constant advisor, a constant companion. After council meetings, he would tell me, "Come up to my office." And that messy old office that he had with stuff piled up everywhere, I would spend 5 minutes or 2 hours, I never knew which it was, and he would just tell me exactly how politics work, how people work, how to connect with people, the things that he had done in his career, the things that I needed to tell my boss to do, who was off on his way to become mayor. And I have to say, Councilman Holden was just so, so good to me. He was good to so many people, I know that, but I felt special. I felt like I was one of his kids. And I can remember one particular day that in that 2 hours when he spoke to us, a few months ago when he was telling stories, one of the stories he told is something I think about almost every day. I had a day, not surprising, my colleagues would not be surprised to know I lost my cool and got upset, and I was like thumping around and mad at everybody. I was in the mayor's office, I was mad at the council, and the council was mad at the mayor, and I huffed off in a storm. And a few minutes later in my office, I get a call from Councilman Holden. He said, "McCosker, stand up. Look out the window. What do you see?" And he took me through these questions. Is the sun out? Is the sky blue? Are the trees out there? Is everything all right with the world? Take a deep breath. Enjoy your life. You will only be here for a short period of time in City Hall. Enjoy it while you have it. Don't get all caught up. Fight the good fight and then move on. And sadly, I don't always take that advice, but I so appreciate him. And that's part of living a good life. And as President Emeritus told us, living a good life and knowing how to live a good life. Pick your battles, fight for your people, and then move on. So God bless him, and thank you. Thank you so much for sharing him with the world.
Thank you. Councilmember Nazarian, followed by Councilmember Price.
Thank you, Council President. I just wanted to echo everything that's already been said and what the former speaker and Council President also mentioned about helping others. An individual who became a good friend was at a Raiders game ranting and raving and complaining about the circumstances of the city. Little did he know that behind him was sitting a very powerful council member who was listening to him. At some point looked at him and said, "Well, if you have so much to complain about, why don't you come and work for me and correct some of these things?" That ended up being Kerry Derderian. What struck me about that story was that there were no Armenians in the district that he was trying to cater to. He was just giving an opportunity to someone with raw talent and uplift. So I very much appreciate all of his contributions. I appreciate what also the Holden family has done. Chris, you're a giant of your own as well, and I've had the honor of serving with you. Thank you. Council member, thank you. Councilmember Hutt, thank you for bringing this and giving it the respect that it deserves. If it's not asking for too much, I'd be honored to be added as well. Thank you.
Great, thank you. And I think we'll have, all members will want to be on this adjourning motion, so Councilwoman Hutt will have all members on it. Next, Councilmember Price.
Thank you, Mr. President. Councilwoman Hutt, thank you for bringing the Holden family in. This is really a time for celebration, and all the words have been so heartfelt, so meaningful, and so accurate. I first met Nate in the early 90s. He didn't know me from a hole in the wall. I was running for office, and he was very encouraging. He was encouraging, he inspired me, and we maintained that relationship over the years. My fondest memories of him, of course, some of you may be familiar with this, were his voter guides that he got out. And I think, Chris, you may have helped him author the last several ones, but that was something he was very passionate about, informing, encouraging, letting folks know what was right, what was wrong. It was no gray matter for Nate. He came down hard, and so he's going to be missed, but he leaves a lasting legacy, family and friends who support, who love, who will remember, and who today honor Nate Holden. Thank you.
Thank you. And then before we go to Mr. Harris Dawson to close, let me just say, add my voice to the chorus. And I didn't have the privilege of knowing Councilmember Holden until he was a young man of like 80 something. But when I did, you wouldn't have guessed he was 80 because he was so spirited and just had this incredible energy. And he will be missed, and his presence is in this chamber and has been ever since. And I've also have the pleasure of knowing Chris, and he lives through you and through your entire family. So now I'll turn it to Mr. Harris Dawson to close.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair, and thank you, Councilwoman Hutt and the Holden family for being with us today, and Council President and Speaker Wesson for being with us, and the entire council for taking the time out to recognize the gift that Nate Holden was to all of us. Like Mr. Blumenfield, I never got up close and personal with Councilman Holden, but I lived in South LA. I was involved in public life, and his fingerprints to this day are still everywhere. If you go in the restaurants, you'll still see his signed picture up in restaurants. You'll still see certs that he did 30 years ago, 40 years ago. You'll still see those up in businesses and up in churches, and the preachers will refer back to him as if he's still on the council right now. They'll say, well, go see what Councilman Holden thinks, and you have to explain, we're on like our third or fourth person after Councilman Holden. But that's the kind of relationship that he had, and also left a mark on this building. I'll take folks back a little bit when Channel 35 first started broadcasting council meetings. And Councilman Holden would sit somewhere over here, and I mean, him and Hal Burnson and Richard Alatorre, they'd get into these knockdown, drag-out fights, and it was the best reality television you ever wanted to see. You literally thought there was going to be like a fist fight on the floor of the council when those guys went in it. And then when you'd see them in public, it was like they were the best of friends. And that was just the way that they did government, and the energy they had for doing what was right for the city of Los Angeles. Even today, I remember those days, because he's one of those members where you still feel his energy in this room, even though I never shared the space with him. And so, sometimes when my colleagues, like Councilmember Hernandez, will say, I'm calling this special for a separate vote to be the no vote on this one issue, I think about Nate Holden. Because Nate Holden used to do a lot of 14-to-1s, a lot of them. When I hear Mr. McCosker go into one of his oratorical flourishes and hands waving everywhere, I think of Nate Holden. When I see Councilmember Park sort of put her foot down and start finger pointing, I think about Nate Holden and the energy that he had and brought to this, to our discussions and to this chamber. And for me, my own story, I feel like you don't really know a politician unless you have the occasion to knock on doors against them. And so there was an assembly race that he was involved in that the mayor, back then when she was first running for state assembly, and so we had to, knock doors for her, and Councilman Holden entered the race late. And so, we're all concerned, so we get out there and we're gonna hustle and we're gonna outwork them and we're gonna do this. And I lost track of the number of doors I walked and knocked on, where at that moment in history, the council was having a debate about wages. I forget exactly which set of workers it was, but the community was very much in favor of the wage increase, and Councilman Holden was not for the wage increase. And everybody knew it, so that when we knocked on the door, we'd lead with that. And so, think about this person you don't know because they're for the wage increase, and your councilman is against it. And to a person, people would say, he's wrong about the wage increase. I think it should happen. But young man, turn around. You see that tree in front of my house? It had a branch hanging down and I couldn't walk. And Councilman Holden came to my house and waited for the tree trimmer to show up and stayed here until the work was done. So I don't agree with him on this, but I'll be with him. And that was door after door, block after block after block. And what you saw was, in my opinion, the greatest constituent politician that Southern California has ever known. Right in the Han tradition, as Mr. McCosker pointed out, but story after story, there almost isn't a person in the 10th district that doesn't have a story about Councilman Holden showing up to solve their problem. As he said two things to me when I took office. He said, when a person calls you with a problem, it doesn't matter how important their problem is in the world, just know it's the most important problem to them. He also said to me, every day that you don't go in and you don't tell off a general manager, you're not doing your job and you shouldn't get paid. That one I haven't been able to come to grips with. But this is the kind of legacy we all hope to leave and the example that we all hope to follow. And so, again, I want to thank the members of this council for allowing this time, and the Holden family and the Holden community for being with us, and Councilmember Hutt, the council president and speaker and assembly member and budget chair, Holden, for being with us today. And may Nate Holden rest in the place of power that he deserves.
Thank you. Okay. Ms. Hutt, do you want to close? Or thank you.
I want to add to what Council President Marquise Harris Dawson said. For me, Nate Holden made a lot of calls to me about me doing better for our constituents. And that is really what he cared about. Are they getting services? Are trees getting trimmed? Are potholes getting filled? And if I wasn't moving fast enough, he let me know. And that really is a great way to lead. It really is a great way to lead. And so I learned from him. I'm going to miss his calls. I'm going to miss his questions more than anything. Thank you, Holden family, for sharing him. Thank you.
Thank you. Colleagues, are there any additional adjourning motions? Looking to my left, looking to my right, seeing no additional adjourning motions. Colleagues, in the spirit of Nate Holden, go out and go the extra mile for your constituents. This meeting is adjourned.